Well, I mean, we won't be reading chats though. So
Right. So. Okay. Stream should be started up now.
awesome. Oh yeah. I sent you invite.
I have gotten invite.
All right, cool.
Shared chat is on.
Milkman was first.
Hey, Kaylee, thanks for the good luck in my chat. Well, except that it's in CBD's
Good
chat.
luck, Mitch.
Into my chat. I see how. She's on. Oh, she's on mobile. Okay, okay. Well,
When does the match start? Probably in like 10 minutes. So, is it a coincidence that all of the shenanigans that have happened with square markings have been on Chris's team?
to be fair though, it only one of them was Chris. Is that the others were Swed? But
I mean, Chris's team though, right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't like a big like official rules document posted, but I don't know. I remember from all the practices I was asking about the rules and got them clarified. Oh, thank you guys for the good lucks. Thought you already played against Lil Aggie Harbor? Nope. We have not already played against Park and Aggie or Aggie Harbor. What? I don't
I
even
think it's
remember
Aggie
what
Harbor.
Aggie Harbor. Oh, just about the Lil. They're a big Aggie Harbor.
Huge, biggest Aggie Harbor I've ever seen, folks.
Yep, I did already turn off TTS, so you guys cannot cheat for me. You cannot tell me what they're doing.
Do we have a bracket? So, Zudo and Blanks beat Ag and Parky. We beat Lobos and NPT. Chris and Swed beat us. Zudo and Blanks beat Chris and Swed. Lobos and NPT beat Ag and Parky. Chris and Swed beat Ag and Parky. Zudo and Blanks beat NPT and Lobos. NPT and Lobos just beat Chris and Swed.
And if you want the summary of all of that, unfortunately, Aggie and Parky are eliminated from top 2. Blanks and Zoodle are guaranteed top 2. Tom and Lobos and Chris and Swed are tied 2-2. And we have 2 games left to play. And if we win out, we're in. If we lose out, we're out. If we win one, lose one, we're tied for...
it's a 3-way tie.
It's a 3-way tie. And
the head-to-head
is a perfect triangle. Yeah. So, yeah. If we win out, we're in. That's what I'm thinking about. If we win out, we're in. Just win.
I proposed an epic blackout race, but I don't know if people would be down for that.
I would absolutely be down. I'd even be down for, and I don't know if everybody else would be, but like a not during like a later tonight, whenever everyone's available, us do it, on our own, decide on a tiebreaker together for what would happen if we lose. And then just abide by that and just say, hey, we know this is unofficial, but we're just going to settle it, the three of us, and we're going to say this team moves on because we did a three-way blackout, whatever, race, and this team won.
Yeah.
I think that could be fun. Or if Domo does want that to be part of the official event and adds time for it, that could be cool as well. But yeah. If he wants to worry about the schedule, then I think we could do it outside of the Bingo Brawlers schedule if everyone's available, which they might not be. Maybe Lobos is busy. Maybe it's too late for, Zoodle wouldn't have to. Maybe it's too late for somebody, who knows, but we could maybe figure out a way. What if blackout time?
Tie?
Well, you can't tie. You
Down,
have to be down to the millisecond. Yeah. Because the bingo program keeps track of who does things first. So whichever one it says does it first, even if they're down to the same second, whichever one the bingo program says got to the server first would be the winner.
Good luck, Mitch.
Yo, thank you for the good luck. All three teams lock themselves out of the game, and then all teams get 8 squares. Well, I think CBD was saying a blackout race, not a lockout race. So everybody could get every square, and it's whichever team fills out the entire board first.
Yeah.
So there is a difference between blackout and lockout.
Decide the tiebreaker on movie trivia? I agree, yes.
Actually.
Absolutely. I was practicing rushing Millennia with +0 claws.
Hydrate.
Really? But why? Wouldn't it still be faster to upgrade at that point?
You can get a 9-minute kill with greases.
That seems slow.
Yeah, but I don't know if like going and collecting like enough for like 2 or 3 levels would like counteract the difference.
Yeah. I mean, my thought is if we think that we're overall faster, which I would guess that we probably think that we're overall faster, we want to play a little like don't make risky plays that could put you way behind is my thought. So like imagine you get that square, but now like, oh, now I need to set up and now I'm behind on everything else that happens. Feels like that would... But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you get so many runes from Millennia that you're like, no, I'm way set up now. I'm ahead. I don't know. But...
You get enough runes for level 6, like a little bit above
Okay.
level 60.
Okay.
For Millennia. So I mean the only way that would be like advantageous is if there's Landell, God bosses, and I guess that's maybe like remembrances or something, but yeah, that'd be the only thing.
Yeah.
And also what's interesting, I was testing like rushing Godric with claws and rushing Radon with claws, and Radon is only like 40 seconds slower.
Wow.
So like with Rock Grease, so with the Rock Grease pickup. But...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll leave it up to you. Whatever you think is good. I have not been able to keep track of the base game stuff at all, so yeah, I unfortunately I have to leave that to you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Which I I have faith that you'll pick good lines. It's just I'm not gonna be able to like to cross-reference like, wait, but I can do this in the DLC while he does this in the base game. Like I can't do that.
It is hard. It is hard. It's super difficult.
Yeah.
Thanks, Captain. Appreciate it, dude. Anyway, bye, somebody. Good luck. I'm still reading chat right now, so I just don't have alerts on at the moment.
Yeah. Until we get the match starting. I don't know how much of a break we're getting between the matches.
Oh, we're red.
We are red. Let's go, cool bitch Driz. There are 2 Midra squares technically, yeah, if you count the combined one. Even with that, Midra's still a hard play to like commit for. Like I know Tom won on it in the last match, but like that was still very late.
Need to.
Yeah.
Or like he didn't need to kill Midra that early.
Yeah, technically if he'd gone straight for Furled Fingers Senesax first, they would have been like in an unstoppable position and Swed would have had no shot at coming back.
07 saying good luck.
Holy.
Must not be on his account. Must have gotten hacked or something.
You just gotta whip him into shape by calling him Horse Girl. Then he's much nicer.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna do that because Lobotomy had pressure elsewhere and had a great early lead. Yeah, no, for sure. They played well that last match. I didn't get to see the whole match, but yeah, definitely towards the end it was.
I mean, also just because you can get away with something doesn't mean you should do it.
Right. Like, I mean, theoretically, Tom maybe thought that Swed had some progress towards Midra, but it certainly didn't seem like it based on what Swed was marking.
Yeah, because Swed, he marked something. I forgot what he marked. But then like, he marked it as Tom was in the Jory fight.
Yeah. If Lobos had been a lot closer on Hug the Three Fingers, I think going for the Midra and just going, we're unstoppable on our Midra Three Fingers makes sense. But because Lobos was so far from Three Fingers, and you kind of knew you needed to get the Senesax one as well, yeah, the Senesax first would have been a little better.
Yeah, I was hoping that Lobos would have killed another Remembrance boss first and then killed Lanceax. I think that was
it probably would have lost him the game if he had, but
I don't think so because it takes Tom longer to kill to get to and kill Senesax than it would.
Yeah, but if you're guaranteed doing both anyway, I don't think that it makes any positive difference to do the Remembrance boss first, unless you think the runes is going to make Lanceax better.
No, it does because if you're ahead. You want to make sure that you do not get sniped. So you make a...
go for the Remembrance boss, and if they kill Lanceax before you even get to Lanceax, then you've saved a bit of time. Okay. No, I understand.
And if you kill Lanceax... So if Swed wouldn't have died,
they won.
Who knows what would have happened.
I think they win if Swed doesn't die. I think for sure. They were so far ahead on Hug Three Fingers. Well, actually, no. Maybe Swed doesn't get to Midra.
No, because that's the thing, right? It's like getting to Midra or it's getting to Hug Three. So who knows? I don't know the timing on that, but it would have been a race between Swed and Lobos, not Lobos and Chris.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like just having one thing killed, it's like okay, now you just have to focus on 2 fights instead of 3.
I do not know what a high taper fade is, so no. I don't think I'm rocking a high taper fade.
A high taper fade. It's usually like there's a lot of hair towards like the very top of your head, and it gets shorter and shorter like the more you go down your head to where it's kind of like bald, kind of on the sides, like kind of around your ears.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not. No, I've still got hair on the side of my head, and the hair on the top of my head is very short. I'm gonna go with that's not a high taper fade.
Isn't there a meme with Ninja? Don't people
with
spam
a low taper fade?
Low taper fade.
Yeah.
I do have a no taper fade. This is correct. I don't even know where the closest barber to me is since moving to Texas.
Big No starts in 10 minutes or in 1 hour and 10 minutes? Should be 10 minutes or less. It might start at any moment. At any moment, Domo could say, we're starting in 60 seconds. Get ready, go.
Yeah, they're talking right now, Domo and Bushy, so...
Okay. They might want to start at the actual time, then. They might give us a full 10 minutes. We don't need it, but if they do, that's fine.
I don't need it.
I
don't need it.
I
definitely don't need
it!
I wonder how many Bingo Brawlers would have gotten that reference.
Who doesn't get SpongeBob?
Us, when we're already ready. All right. Goodbye, Jazz. And because they switched to the like they can see all four of us.
Okay, and then presumably then we might be going soon.
No, I'm waving at Domo's stream, chat.
Good luck, Mitch.
Thank you for the good luck. Do you think in an actual season I'd have to turn off my, like, good luck messages and stuff?
What good luck?
Just in case.
Like the,
I have, like, a TTS redeem
TTS
that
thing?
only says good luck. It's not enter your own. It just says good luck. Just in case, you know, somebody, like, signals with me. Like, if I redeem good luck, it means that the opponent's about to snipe you.
More than anything, you just wouldn't want to give anyone an excuse to accuse you of anything.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
But
how I operate.
In an event like this, I doubt that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter now. I mean, Crispy. Wet Sock be marking squares early, right? So.
Yeah, and with the number of times we've gotten sniped, man, like.
Yeah.
If you still think that we were cheating, that would be. We'd be really bad at cheating. Oh, starting in 30 seconds. Okay, bye, chat.
Yep.
Bye. See you later. Bye. You're now covered with the bingo board.
Sorry. I accidentally looked at another class. We're ready.
Yeah, ready. Oh, wait, I forgot something. Okay.
3-cent duos.
3-cent duos in the middle. 3 DLC
Pots
Ashes of War.
on the diagonal.
Gaius Pants.
You have a
Mesmer.
complete row, by the way.
I do. A very weird row.
I mean, I said we were rushing pots, right?
I mean, that's very easy for
Diagonal?
me to rush, yeah.
Would that interfere? Do you have any other rush things that you...
DLC Ashes of War is the other, like, one that I would often go for.
I don't think that one's too bad if we can get duo.
I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carlin.
Oh my god, Raptor Talons? Is there a rush score for him?
Goodbye.
Not really. That kind of sucks. Well, kind of. Ghost Flame Torch is an insane pull. Okay.
So I can go pots into... Actually, I think I would go Ashes of War into pots, because I think you take slightly longer. Is that fair, or...
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Okay.
If Ashes of War is really fast, right?
It's pretty fast. It takes a little bit to kill the scarabs.
I think I have to go warrior here.
I would actually set up my weapon right away, now that I think about it. So that I can kill the scarabs faster. And then if I get sniped on them, at least I'm ahead on setting up my stuff. Remembrance Moss with a Remembrance Weapon. There's Gaius and Mesmer and Remembrance Boss with Remembrance Weapons. That's mostly what I'm eyeing there. Is going backside and doing all of those immediately. There is also Leda Rune that I could do on the way, but I don't know. I think those three is pretty strong if I can get Ashes of War to start. And we're allowed to warp back to Lost Grace as soon as it hits 0, right?
Warp back, wait, where?
Round table.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. See what happens.
I got the drip on this one. Holy.
Knights. I'm gonna go Great Mace. Strength, so we need 19. Strength.
Oh shoot. Oh, come on. Controller? Oh no. Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay.
You know, Matt Loud, you.
Are you hard rushing pots?
Pots? Yes.
Okay, then yeah, let me know when you're roughly near and I'll finish off pots. I think I actually will go pots first and then Ashes of War. I think I can get there faster. But I will be getting Ashes of War along the way.
Which Ashes of War do you get?
Savage Lion's Claw and then the 2 Scarabs in Altus. Rolling Sparks and Piercing
Great Arrow or
something.
whatever.
Yeah.
The bow and arrow one?
I don't know, the one that's at the forge by the Misbegottens.
Oh, that one. There's one past the... It's one that disappears, though. There's one past
Oh, I
Bonnie
hate
Village.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, never
I
mind.
just,
Oh,
I've
if you
tried
have a
that one and
weapon
I just
setup-
don't know how to get it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my first pot. I'm doing a little setting up on the way, which is maybe greedy, but I think it still works out. So I get at least one.
I have one pot. I'm going over to Jarberg right now.
Okay. I think you actually get there before me then, because I had to set up my weapon. Honestly, if I do miss out on them, I've set myself up really nicely to be able to go Gaius and Mesmer. So we at least catch up on those squares. Is kill a Death Knight on here. I should have grabbed that Grace. Oh well.
Just have to go to the other Death Knight. Surely that's faster, right? Well,
Definitely not, but I can.
it's pretty bad.
I could head that way for the Poison Flower blooms twice, but I don't know that that's. And then do the shortcut from Red Bear. I don't know that that's actually better, but who knows? Going back across the bridge is not a big deal either.
I'm getting my last one pretty soon.
Okay,
like,
I'm
within
still
the next 5
a ways
seconds.
away.
Alright, Swiss square.
The town
Okay.
just elected another town. My name is I too. So here's the new big. But well, I'm as weak as I've always been. I'm afraid. Sorry.
I still find it hilarious that I'm the only person who goes for the plus 10 shot.
I think I have a reason to get the Word of Reprimand Grace. Spirit Ashes. Yeah. Skip it. If she rushes it, she'll probably be getting it around now.
Let's hope that's not the case soon.
I mean, if so, I get Ashes of War. Okay, she did rush it.
Got it.
I'll get Ash of War. No problem.
I really wanted that square.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
It's so important, right? Like that diagonal is way more important than a column.
For sure, for sure.
What's the right thing for me to do? I'll finish up setting up. But hmm.
Oh my god, that's so unlucky. Are you actually kidding me? If I lose the square, it's not great.
Look at this grace. I think I do, Trent.
Why is it being weird? Okay. I swear that worked in practice every time. I've now got 2 Ashes of War, heading for the 3rd.
Front staff. Garbage.
Okay, there we go. That was me.
I'm trying to think of what whether or not I should like block a column or that column, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm not.
If you can get a letter rune, obviously that's like the best thing. But Death's Poker.
I can.
Do I run with this?
I can generally go for later rune next.
Death's Poker. I don't know.
It's very, very powerful. If you can use it.
You know what? Yeah. Let's go with it.
Okay.
That's if I can use it though, right? Dude, this is a rough. I might look for. Hmm. No, I'm not going to use it. With what I have to kill on this board, I don't think it's going to be that good.
Okay.
I'm going with rotten stuff.
Okay. If they do get Leda Rune here, we could go for double dupe potentially. If you don't feel like
Yeah, that'd be fine.
the other ones are good. Because I am heading straight for Gaius and Mesmer. I go Mesmer first to block that bottom line.
I didn't need to buy that. Oops.
Actually, maybe I go Gaius for the diagonal.
I need 22. Okay, what am I killing? Do I go to Blythe?
That does look good.
Or Knights, Cavs, or Blythe? Diagonal. You know what? I know for Knights Cavs.
Okay.
Because there's Knights Cav and Altus, that's an Altus boss, and I could start doing stuff over there.
Sounds good.
You know what? I deserve that, yeah. For being stupid, chat. That's what I deserve.
Fine, I got it. Live?
Oh, do you think you have Letta?
I can go for that now. It wasn't what I'm currently heading towards, but I can. I can pivot.
Okay, I guess I have to do it then. What are you going for?
Gaius for his pants, then gets a remembrance weapon to get Mesmer, to get 3 squares there.
Oh,
And
then I
blocks
should
the
just go
diagonal
for.
on the other line.
Then I should just go for the. I shouldn't even go for Blythe, right? I should just go for killing
You
a.
could go for
a
Duke.
Remembrance.
Yeah, we could do Duke instead.
Yeah, I'll go to Renala.
Okay.
How close are you to
I'm on the elevator down, so I'm gonna start the fight in just a sec.
It's gonna be my square. Fuck. Okay. I think I still go for Renala though.
Yeah, I mean I'm still relatively low Skidoo, so it will be a long-ish fight, but it might still be your square.
I mean, I gotta get the key. I gotta
Yeah, probably yours then.
fight Red Wolf. There's also duo tree sentinels.
Yep.
Okay. That's middle square as well, huh? Do we get that? Like, after you get the pants?
Yeah. I think that actually
or even
makes
before.
sense. I can pivot now if you want.
Are you in the fight?
I'm in the fight. I just started though. If I pivoted, it would be a big time
I
loss.
mean, it's a tough one. What do you think? I'll leave it up to you.
Now I'm a little more in. I'm gonna commit to Gaius. I think it's fine.
Alright, cool. If I were them, I'd go for that. We'll see. be very bad.
Okay, Gaius is down.
Okay, I'm coming up on Red Wolf.
Okay.
Getting his pants first, right?
Pants first, then dupe, then tree sentinels,
Oh.
I think.
Okay.
Unless you're not ready for
Yeah,
dupe,
yeah,
then
yeah.
pants, then tree sentinels.
Okay. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm going into the fight right now. Red
Okay.
Wolf.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be hard to know what we should pull the trigger on first: Tree Sentinel Duo or duping.
Yeah.
Level down. We'll see what they got.
Does the wolf not stagger?
That's an annoying fight, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't upgrade health. Hopefully that isn't too much of an issue. Who knows?
Okay, got pants marked.
Okay, cool.
I think I dupe first
Oh
because
my
of blocks.
Yeah, I mean, either one is dependent on me, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I do first, then True Sentinel Duo.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Moongrim had that attack shot.
Do you happen to know if Tree Sentinel Duo gives a lot of runes, or if it gives, like, nothing?
I'm unaware. I want to say it's like 100 to 200.
Just thinking if it's enough to upgrade my Remembrance weapon.
Alright, Renala's dead.
Nice. I'm in the cathedral, so I'll be duping in just a sec.
Okay. Will I make it? I will, cool.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
practice
duped.
this.
It's on you.
Hopefully it counts.
Well, you're...
I gotta take the guy down, the mausoleum.
Okay.
Goodbye.
All right, it's
Oh.
falling down. I'm going for tree sentinels after this.
Okay. I'm going for tree sentinels now as well.
Okay. They got it. Cool,
Oh, they
cool.
got it. Okay. That should put me ahead
Uh,
on Mesmer.
I'm imbued, right?
Imbued?
We
Yeah,
have,
we can pressure that.
I'm thinking imbued and larval tears.
Sounds good. Yeah, I can get my imbued right now, and then it's just up to you, and then I can collect
Yeah,
a ton
I
of
mean,
larval
yeah.
tears.
All right, yeah, right on, dude.
Okay.
I think that was the appropriate gambit. I think losing middle square there was better than losing a potential bingo on column 1. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
I have my imbued sword key, so on you.
Okay, so it's mine.
Yep.
What are you going? Oh, you're going for larval tears, huh?
Larval tears, yeah.
All right, yeah, let's rock it, dude.
If I have any yet, I might have forgotten them all on the way. I think I did actually, but I can collect at least 5
That's super
easily.
fast for you. Okay, I can collect 3 without Radon, I think.
Okay.
Where am I going, chat? Here we go.
There's one.
Yes, Wandering Noble in my way. Oh, hi. I don't even know the name of this enemy, dude.
Oh boy.
I have 2 imbued Sunsword keys. Just need one
Awesome.
more, and then I'll go for Larval Tears.
2.
Alright, cool. Debate Parlor. Oh, that's right. I got the Renala teleport. Oops. If we get blocked here, What do you think we want to do? I guess
I'm still
it'll
thinking
kinda be-
Mesmer Remembrance Weapon.
Okay. And then I would have to block. I would probably make some progress towards Garunk and Watchdogs
Yeah,
and get whatever Aggie doesn't get.
this makes sense. It's 3.
You have your imbued stone sword key, right? Just checking again.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool.
It's 4 larval tears.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
You can get your 3 larval tears. That's the game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm right next to 1 as well. Hold on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got the grace right next to him. All right. I should probably have a figure first.
There's my 5, and that's all 5 that I know where they are, so I can't really help out with
Okay.
anymore.
I have 1 going for second one. I should have this in probably I'm thinking 4 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see if I'm right. Ooh, maybe less than that. I'm thinking 3.
Okay.
35, 45.
It's pretty huge.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
And my second one.
Okay.
That no matter.
See, you have 5, no doubt, right?
In my inventory, I have 5. I just checked right now.
Cool. Awesome. Got it. GG's.
Nice.
Let's go.
GG's.
Holy.
That, that was, it started out scary.
Yeah.
I think I threw a little bit not rushing enough on the pots, and then from there we just did well.
Yeah, I think just playing smart at the end there was, or towards the middle there was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess middle square was just kind of bait.
It kind of was, yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. Really fast, but like really unfortunate.
Yeah. That's probably the fastest match so far this event, right?
I think so. I don't know what the fastest one before this was.
Yeah. Okay, gave Tomo the thumbs up. There we go.
Yep. Somebody come get her.
Apparently Bushy did a 35-minute game last season, and that's even harder 1v1,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, down with yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess if you get all the rush scores.
Yeah, it kind of depends, but
One GG's to CBDriz.
GG's.
GG's.
Guys.
So a lot happened in those 37 minutes here. Question for both teams looking at this board. Not a lot of prep happening. I mean, sorry, not a lot of prep. I mean, more or less, not a lot of early game squares. What was the overall discussion with your teammate when you did see that the board was very much like more mid game heavy, I guess, in that regard?
Which team first?
Sure, Mitch, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think I made a bit of an oopsie at the start. I wanted to get both 3 of each pot and DLC Ashes of War, but I started setting up for Ashes of War first, and then I was gonna do pots and then finish Ashes of War, and I just lost our team the pots square. I think I could have had a chance at it if I rushed there more. So that was a little bit my fault because I saw there were only those 2 early game squares. I'm glad I didn't miss both despite dying while trying to get the scarab. But yeah, I that was kind of the early thought was like, let's just try to scoop up the early ones, and then I just saw there was a ton of stuff in Shadow Keep, so I was like, I have to rush thereafter. I gotta go Gaius, I gotta go Mesmer, I got a Remembrance boss with a Remembrance weapon, Tree Sentinel duos, Leda Rune. Like, it was all Shadow Keep, so I was like, I just gotta rush thereafter.
Yeah. What about Team Ag and Harbor? What was the initial plan when seeing the board?
Off the rip, well, there's Tree Sentinel duo in the middle, and we thought pots comboed into it relatively well because you just go by Bonnie Village and get 2 pots on the way. And then obviously for me, like, it's a pretty quick trip to get the others in Jarburg. So we thought that was good because, yeah, obviously Center Square is nice. There wasn't a whole lot of rushable stuff, and it was on the same diagonal, so we could easily get some pressure built up. And then after that, I grabbed Knight's Cav because, again, it combos with both lines, so it kind of makes it double threat. But yeah, unfortunately after that, it's just unstoppable Omega Fast bingo line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gaius into the double dupe was like, it blocked both of your lines right away. That was, unfortunate that I was going for that.
I do have a question for CBD and Mitch. What was the point at which you knew you were rushing the bingo line? What caused that?
Honestly, it's only once we duped. It was like, wait, there's a line that we have 3 of. Go for that?
Well, so the gambit was whether we go for Tree Sentinel duo or whether we stick with trying to get to Dupe Remembrance. I saw that if we went for Tree Sentinel duo and we lost the dupe square, then we were in a much worse position than if we lost the Tree Sentinel duo square and won the dupe square. So I decided to go to Raya Lucaria in the event that I needed the imbued stone sword keys. So after they marked the Tree Sentinel duos, I knew that we had a good line.
Yeah, CBD saw it definitely way before me. I was just like still going on individual squares. I was gonna go Mesmer next, and then CBD was like, no, we've got a line. We can just rush this. And I was like, oh yeah, those ones are pretty fast. So
Yeah, very impressive from our perspective. I was constantly asking, like, are they sure that they have the time for this? Like, I could see that Aggie and Parky were behind on it, but I was surprised that you guys knew that.
yeah, I don't know that we knew that for sure, but we thought it was kind of a good gamble either way. We knew that we at least had a good lead on imbued sword keys, and I think we thought we could lose larval tears if they went for that first. But even if we did, we're up 1 square at that point. We've blocked both of their lines. Like, it just kind of turns into a mid-game fight, and I figured I was ahead on Mesmer and kill a Remembrance boss with a Remembrance weapon. So we're ahead by 1 square, priority on 2. We figured that would be fine, even if we didn't quite get it.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, with that row 1 being full DLC, by the way, was that ever a concern for either team as well? Being like, damn, like if this gets out of hand, like I really have to be prepared to, block this because this is a fully, DLC responsibility.
Oh my god.
I pointed it out early. That's about it.
Yeah, CBD pointed it out, but it was like, it's so late. Like, that's hard to like rush. And I figured that if I'm going for the Remembrance plays, I can hopefully get Remembrance boss with a Remembrance weapon, and if not, I'm close enough to later rune. Hopefully I just get one of those 2, and then we don't worry about it. But yeah, it was a thought, it was a concern, but it didn't feel like it was rushable.
That's super fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I was looking at that DLC row, and I was like, I'm not sure you can really like consider this to be going for a bingo. If you're trying to target the DLC player, you should maybe be like developing other threats with your base game player, and then have a DLC player race.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's all I have on my end. Any questions from Ag and Harbor towards CBDriz or the other way around? Any questions or things you'd like to know about?
How'd you guys larval tier? So from our perspective, it seemed like you guys had at least like the 1 of each already by the time you were finishing up the other thing.
We had 0.
We had 0, but I
rushed
just
it.
knew of 5 that I could get to from the graces that I picked up along the way. Partially why I lost 3 of each pot. I was just like grabbing graces along the way, and so I was just like, okay, yeah. So I was just like, I can go back and get the one at Prospect Town, Ailing Village, the way to Ancient Dragon Man, near the dupe, the church place, and next to Red Bear. And I was like, that's 5. CBD only has to get 3, and I don't know where he got them, but he found 3 pretty quickly.
The 3 I got were Albernark Village, the Rune Baron Limgrave, and the Merchant in Shifra.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
From our perspective, Aggie, it seemed mostly the fact that you started chasing on imbued sword keys, which it came up to a guess, of course, going imbued sword keys or larval tears. You started chasing on imbued sword keys, and you were already behind on that due to CBD developing Rhea Lucaria. And then as soon as CBD marked the imbued sword keys, he had a little bit of an advantage pivoting off into the larval tears immediately, whereas it took you a little bit of time to get out of combat or quit out or do whatever you needed to do. You know how it is whenever you get sniped off of a square, they're able to pivot immediately and you have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, makes sense. Our thought process was that since Parky can just get the 1 imbued key, then she can immediately start working on the other one.
Yep.
Exactly, but Mitch was able to do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, Mitch literally did the same exact thing, but just like 30 seconds sooner is pretty much what happened.
They got that by like 30 seconds. Like I had 7 and Aggie had 1, or I had 6, and I was like literally about to grab the last one.
Oh, if I had known where a 6th or 7th one was, yeah, that would have helped as well. I just had no idea.
Yeah, I wish I don't know. I considered that maybe we should just do larval tier because I thought that imbued sword key was faster and you guys would likely go for that. But yeah, I mean at the end of the day it is a guess. Maybe you would have gone for the other one and then it doesn't really matter.
I kind of wonder. I mean I don't want to like backseat or like look back on it, but I wonder if maybe you went for all the larval tiers first and then only collected the imbued sword key once Aggie had the 3. Maybe that would have been a better division. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe. That's probably a better strat.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are all new squares though too. So like strats are going to be developed
Yeah,
at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point anyways. This is mostly like people trying to figure it out on the fly, which is always tricky as well. As like what's the most efficient thing, especially with the co-op squares, right? Where it's like you can do something really fast on your own, but having it where it's fast for both players, like that's a whole new, angle as well.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think in the future is what's also going to be starting to be a little bit of a development slash strategy is like who is going to be completing the co-op squares, so you can kind of hide your partner's progression as well. So it's like, okay, if I'm marking tree sentinel duos and I'm the DLC player, you don't know whenever my partner did base game tree sentinel duos. You just know when I did it. So I can kind of like maybe hide, things for my partner, or like my partner hides things for me. I think that's going to be a strategy that people are going to at some point develop as well, which I think is going to be really fun to see. That hiding of information. But what?
So
Yeah,
you're not
with
allowed to mark for your partner. Is what you're saying?
Correct.
Even on the
Yeah.
server?
Correct. Yeah, with that though, that is Eigen Harbor. That's your guys' last match. Any closing statements? You guys are more than welcome to shout out, what you're working on as well. Any feedback, obviously, on the format since you got to play 4 matches now. Yeah, just the floor is yours.
Go ahead.
Well, obviously we were the big losers this weekend, but I mean that's fine. It wasn't entirely unexpected.
You guys were gone for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's fine. We don't need to make excuses or anything. Like, I don't think the win-loss record like fully represents our matches. I would say at least 2 of them were like pretty close. 3 of them were winnable. And honestly, if we're able to get this block, I think we're in a really good spot.
Dude, we were cooking this game. I was trying to think of ways to set up better so I can like try and develop more damage, and like I saw MPT setting up a lot in his game today, so I was like, yes, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be grabbing a bunch of skidoos after, and yeah, unfortunately we couldn't really try that out.
Yeah. I mean, it was more or less to showcase the format, anyways. Getting a good feel for it. Like, definitely, like has been mentioned to chat multiple times as well. Like, this is a fun, weekend event. No one's taking it too seriously. It's just to try and get a feel for the format and for the new squares and everything. Like, there's going to be, not a lot of like refined strategies happening or anything like that. It's going to be a little bit of a, a blender of things happening. So it's still great to, have you guys play and showcase your team, and also like what you guys think is like a good squares, what you guys think are bad squares. I thought overall that was just nice to see, and everyone participating obviously in general, and trying out the new format.
I think the new format has really good bones to it. It just needs to be like refined a little bit more. I would like to see like a little more variety in the types of co-op objectives that are available, and maybe just like some tweaks to the base game and DLC versions of the mod, just so it feels a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think it's a really fun format.
Cool.
Yeah, I love the format. I think it's super fun. I think that with some more practice, Eggy and I could have really cooked this weekend, but we'll see. Do we have any dates on the actual season?
Ooh.
No, not yet. Not until I feel comfortable with the format. Like once I always have I have these like little milestones in my brain of like, okay, well, like once I have a schedule, then I'll do this. Once I do this, then I'll announce. It's like little building blocks. So like everything like fits nicely. So like once the format's solidified, and then we have a couple more practice matches with like a newer format, everything's kind of like more put together and people like it, and like players, viewers alike, then it'd be more or less like, okay, now let's figure out a schedule, and then once I have the schedule, then I'll throw it out to the public. Nothing just yet, but yeah.
Well, if it's at a good time, maybe me and Aggie will make maybe Egg and Harbor will make a reappearance. We'll see.
100%. I think I appreciate you guys playing. Is there anything that you guys are working on that you'd like to share with the audience? You're more than welcome to do so. Obviously, like any like projects or anything fun that you're just like looking forward to. The floor is yours on that as well.
I don't know. I mean, just looking forward to the Night Rain grind.
Yeah.
We'll be participating in the. We'll be participating in the Night Rain event. Coming up on the 26th, I think it is. Something like that.
I think.
No, you're right. 28. Yeah, 2 days before release. So that'll be a lot of fun. Besides that, just business as usual.
I'm also playing Clair Obscure. If anyone wants to watch me play that a little, feel free to join.
How are you liking that, by the way?
I'm really liking it. It's really fun. I'm in Act 2. The really crazy fan base for that game is a little too much for me, but like the regular people are fun to play with. So
It's a little much. Yeah, no, that's super fair. That's super fair.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a team name for your Night Rain team?
No.
Egg and Harbor and
I
Chris.
think it's.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Team Little Egg. You know, I am the captain after all. But
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Whatever.
All right. Well, GG's to CBDriz for taking this. You guys currently have a 2-1 record. So tomorrow, your final match versus Zoinks is going to dictate if you're going to be facing them again, technically, in the finals. But GG's to you guys. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Best of luck on your match for that. And with that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. Thanks so much for playing today. And yeah.
Any idea how the tiebreaker would go, actually?
If there
is a tiebreaker,
which we won't, but
yeah, well, it'd be head to head. I'd look into the head to head first, and then if that's weird,
head to head is a tie.
The head to head would be a 3-way.
We'll
circle.
Cross the bridge when it's there. I don't know. All right, relax, Jesus. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Get the hell out of here.
Just don't lose. Yeah, true.
Just don't lose. Yeah, just don't lose. If we just win, then we're done. We're in. Poor Dom.
Yeah. Poor Dom. What do you? Hey, look, I like to figure out problems before they arise. I think other people are just not like me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I will probably post my suggestion of maybe we have a race today, but I'm not necessarily expecting everyone to be available for it.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know if everyone would even be like.
Would even be down for that, and yeah.
Yeah, I guess the main person would be Lobos. I don't know how busy he is.
Right. Let's see. It's the Night Rain event. Oh, they get to play it a little early. There's like 6 teams or something, and like they're competing for prizes or something. Yeah, we won, dog. We did won.
Would have been interesting to see how the rest of this would have been played out. What weapon did Aggie have? I should have asked when we were still in the VC.
Yeah, we can always look back on the VOD.
Yeah, I'm looking at his VOD right now. Yeah, the fast match simply because of Kaylee has to go and sleep again.
Yeah.
Oh, he used Death Poker. No, I really don't think Death Poker is that good of a weapon for what we had to do. It's so FP like dependent, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it does shred if you have FP. It's stupid. It's like the fastest weapon in the game. Kill things.
Yeah, it is. But like I'm looking at everything because like there's Knights Cavs.
Yeah.
Run around a lot. I mean, maybe for Fire Giant would have been like really good, but like for Godskin Apostle, I don't think it really would have. Maybe for Bellbearing Hunters.
I think it wrecks Apostle. I think. I don't feel like he would move out of it that much, and even if he does, I think you just set it up again and he'll stand in it the second time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Garank, I'm pretty sure it shreds. Tree Sentinel Duo, I think it shred. Well, they kind of move, but I feel like it can shred because they can like get staggered, and I don't think the fire interrupts it, so you can just kind of leave them in it.
Yeah.
Knight's Cav was probably not the best. You probably just have to melee them, but it's still a great sword with frost, so it's not like the worst thing if you can't use it.
But the Charge R2 is really bad, right?
That's true. You
like
just only are one with it.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm like always worried about.
Wasn't happy about it. Was the only Sombra you found to rush bosses. That makes sense.
Oh, he didn't. Wait, did he kill? He did kill Stone Control, but that was after he got Death's Poker. But I killed Stone and Control before I went looking for a weapon.
Oh. Do you just kill Stone Digger Troll just to look for a weapon, or what is the purpose of that?
It is a... So, he's in Old Altus Tunnel, and Old Altus
Yeah.
Tunnel has a Somber 4, 5, and 6.
Oh.
It has 2 Colossal checks, including Stone Digger Troll.
Gotcha.
And it was an Altus boss. So,
Okay.
like, and at the very beginning of the tunnel, you get Firestones, and there's explosive barrels in his arena. So
there's a cheese where you
can
throw
get-
it immediately knocks him
Yeah.
over, you hit him again and he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and even if you don't knock him over right away, then he'll like keep on stepping forward, and he'll step forward towards more explosive barrels. So
Yeah. And he
So, yeah,
staggers in like
that's
2
how-
hits and he has like no health. Yeah. Yeah. Understandable.
yeah, pretty much. So it's pretty chill. Yeah, Old Altus Tunnel is really important for setup. So
Yep. Wonder what would happen if they just picked 20 to 30 decent S tier weapons and drew a random subset of them for the starting shop every game. Yeah, I mean, I sort of suggested something similar, but put them on like the starting classes, so you can make that decision at the start, which I like. But I can understand instead being like, no, I want you to waste time thinking about it in the middle of the game. But I like it. Also, possibly being on starting classes is kind of fun.
I mean, I wonder if the starting classes for DLC should just be random too. Right?
Yeah.
Like, although
You could keep them all at 50 vigor, and then you
Yeah.
know 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. But like randomized weapons or armor or something could be cool.
Okay, the only thing about that would be is if you so with base game you cannot get a somber weapon on the starting class because it's just too OP. So you only get regular smithing on the starting class, but then that doesn't matter in DLC.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, doesn't
who
matter. Yeah.
knows?
Also, I think non-somber is even a little better for DLC.
Yeah, absolutely. Like unless you have like the Falx or something.
Yeah. It's definitely weapon dependent, but I think if you got a
on average,
random
it's gonna be,
non-somber or a random somber, you'd rather have a random non-somber.
Probably, I'd imagine.
Was saying he thought for next season they'd have 1 normal smithing per level versus 2.
Yeah,
for
well, that'd be
DLC
for base
that doesn't
game.
matter. For base game,
Yeah, DLC doesn't matter.
yeah. For base game, that would help, but does that even make enough of a difference?
Yeah, it does because
Oh, okay.
you can get like groups of 3 pickups
Yeah.
really easily.
Gotcha.
Like in season 3, Gino got I think plus 24 Starfists in one of the
Whoa.
matches, right?
Wow. Okay.
So it's definitely competitive because like
Yeah.
you get just really fast pickups.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm going to bounce.
Okay.
Have a good
Super,
rest of
give me
your
1 sec.
day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll win tomorrow.
Yep. Recommended stats for Samurai with a Bloodhound Fang. Whatever the minimum is to use Bloodhound Fang, look at what it says the minimum is. Get those stats. Make sure you have enough strength and dex to wield it. Then go all vigor until you get to about 40 to 60 vigor. 40 is the low end if you're like, I'm really safe, I don't need more. 60 is the like, I would probably actually recommend generally 60. But at least 40 vigor. Don't put any stats into anything else. Just get enough to wield your weapon, and then at least 40 vigor. Then go endurance to around 20 to maybe 30, depending on the armor you have. Wear some nice medium to slightly heavy armor. That just make sure you medium roll. Get enough endurance that you can stay medium rolling with good armor. Then finally, you want to go a mix of both strength and dex. You can level them up at about the same time. Technically, dex, you want to be a little higher than your strength. So like, for example, I think when dex is 50, strength should be 35, technically, for like optimal balance, something like that. But basically, just level them both up. And that's it. And along the way, if you're like, I really want to use this cool buff spell. I want to use Golden Vow. Level up the faith for it if you want to use it. Or, I really want to use this cool, spell that makes me invisible. Level up your int for it, whatever you need. But yeah, that would be the optimal recommendation. Minimum stats, vigor, endurance till you can wear armor, then finally level up your damage, and you will shred through the game. It will make it so much easier. Or don't. Play however you want. Kind of split. Same weapons every match is a bit boring, but I just hate randomness in competitions. Totally agree. Totally agree. On both of those counts. I mean, I don't care that much. I wouldn't say that I, hate same weapons in every match. I think it's fine, but I think it can be a little bit cooler if you have differences in weapons. But I hate the randomness in a lot of cases. In the DLC, the randomness actually doesn't feel that bad because there's just so few places to check. I'm almost positive that, like, probably both of us had Great Mace. Maybe you tell me I'm wrong. Maybe Parky didn't go Great Mace, but, like, most of the checks that you get in the DLC, everybody goes for, and so everybody has kind of the same options. Whereas in the base game, it's like, if you happen to go for, I'm the one who's going for Blythe, kills Darrowil. Oh my god, I got the best curved greatsword in the game. I win. Whereas your opponent goes to check Stone Digger Troll, and they get a colossal weapon, and it's Watch Josh staff, and you're like, that's kind of usable, and they lose. That sucks, right? So it's like, I don't like that. I don't like the, depending on exactly what we happen to go for, someone just wins and someone just loses. But in the base game, it feels mostly all right because everyone's checking the round table hold shop. Most people are checking the katana, and then pretty much nobody's checking anything else. Unless you happen to go through ADM and he happens to drop another good katana. Huge bummer when there's no chance for one person and it's purely because of weapon difference. Exactly, yeah. I think I would rather have everyone have the same weapon and it's a very fair competition that everyone feels like they can compete in, rather than check the weapon, you get a good one, you win, you get a bad one, you lose. That's, on those two extremes of, oh no, everyone's using the same weapon, or, oh no, somebody just automatically wins if they check a good weapon spot, I think everyone having the same weapon is the much lesser of two evils, personally. Finishing the match right at the Mesmer boss door is unique. I did consider walking in and starting fighting it while we were doing the post-match interviews, but I was like, that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, I definitely could have gone into Mesmer and gotten this square. Not too badly. Might be fair to have... Also... I'm using this. Vigor build, best build. It always is. Normal weapon check should be disabled or drop clubs or whatever in that scenario as well. Like, yeah, I think you could... You could remove weapon drops from random places and then only have the starting classes, and you have to pick a starting class and stick with it. But, or you know, whatever, pick a starting class or round table weapons or whatever it is, have a set number of checks that people have to do. I think you could do that, and that would kind of solve the issue, but it would also feel a little weird and arbitrary and forced, you know? Not, I mean, I guess kind of any solution would, but... Kill Mesmer now for our trauma deaths. Okay. You got it. Oh, also. Still medium. bleed for this weapon? We've got Frost, which is arguably better. I would argue better. Bad. I don't have any things. There you go. Go. What's the average time for bosses that I have to hit continuously for not to lose staggered? Like 10 seconds or 5 seconds? Depends. Very low poise bosses can be as low as 4 seconds. A lot of low stagger, but not like ridiculously low, they stagger in a single hit, is 6 seconds. Your average boss is 8 seconds, I think. And then your like high poise bosses are 12 seconds, if I remember. Darn you, Mesner. You think they would want to keep the same teams if they go with the format for next season? I hope they do. I liked all the teams this event. I don't know. Good question. 120 poise is 9 seconds, you think? Is it only 9? I thought there was one that was 12. Maybe you're right. So maybe it's 4, 6, 9 for 40, 80, 120. I don't remember. I'm not sure. But yeah, that if I had done that, which I was definitely ahead of Parky for, then we would have had Mesmer and Remembrance boss with Remembrance weapon. CBD marking. All right. Ah! Wait. Oh, they won now. No! They got it. Just got here. Did we win? We did win. Okay. We lost 18-7, as you can see. We almost made a T, though. I think making a T, it's like a Minecraft crafting table. It leads you to triumph. If you make a T, you automatically win the game. So we were one square away from making the automatic winning T. Close game. Just tuning in. What happened? We won. Me and CBD won. We won. Next match when? Tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning. Oh god, it's morning. So that'll be fun. Yeah. But anyway, I think I end here. And then we'll be back on for our regular streaming later tonight. My parents are over, and I've been ignoring them because I've been doing this match. So, you share the schedule. Yes. There it is. We have a command for it. I can show it on screen here. You're gonna get flashbanged though. I don't know how to make Google dark mode. I don't know if you can make Google Sheets dark mode. You probably can, but I don't know how. So, get flashbanged.
Hydrate.
Whoa! Flashbang upon ye. Haha. It's not the full screen, so maybe it's not so bad. Give it the hydrate. But yeah, here's the schedule. We have gone through these matches, and all that's left is Zoodle and Blanks, and then the finals. Unfortunately, it doesn't say the standings on here, which it would be kind of cool if it did down here, maybe, or something. But, cool bitch Driz. We are currently 2-1. So if we win, we'll be 3-1. If we lose, we'll be 2-2. They are no longer Lob the Nuke. They are now Lobotomy. Lobotomy is 2-2. Wet Sock is 2-2. Zoinks is 3-0. And Agon Harbor is 0-4. Is the standings. With plugins, yes. Apparently also on mobile. But you just can't. Normally, you have to get a plugin. That's so annoying. Anyway, get unflashbanged. Yeah, so our final match is going to be 12 Central, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, or 10 a.m. Pacific. Ugh, 10 a.m. We gotta be up. So, the parents you won, they'll be very happy, and definitely mom make something tasty. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah, that's I think that'll do it. Stream together has ended. Is anyone? Oh, Aggie's still going with Kazaning. So let's raid Aggie. This channel has follower or subscriber only chat? Huh. I didn't know he did that. Anyway. Just crush them in the first game so they become demoralized and win the second easily. That's, that's the plan. If we win, then lose. That would be a little, that'd be a little sad. It'd be like, dang it, we have a 1-1 record against them, but we lose overall. But, we got to win to make it in. It would still be fair because we also did lose to Wet Sock. Wet Sock, who played like absolute gods against us. And then watching the rest of their matches, it was like, that was not the same Wet Sock that played against us. They kind of had a few fumbles, but yeah, we did lose to them, so we don't get our free ride into the finals. If we lose, what happens? There's a 3-way tie, and who knows? We have to figure out a tiebreaker. But anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever in the world you all happen to be. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye. We played Dry Sock, yeah. Maybe everyone else played Dry Sock. We played Wet Sock. I don't know. Anyway, bye-bye.